All righty, tomorrow, this time, more than likely, there's going to be snow falling in many parts of central Georgia. The last system that we had come through, again, we were on that bottom edge. It was kind of iffy. Turned out that most of it was up to our north. That is not the case with this one. It's 34 over downtown. No wintry weather tonight. Just cold, as low as maybe 20 to start the day tomorrow. There's a look at the current numbers. We're looking at 30, 31 up top, seeing some 36s, 37s at the bottom. And with the little bit of a breeze we have out there, we do have a wind chill, even in some spots already feeling like low 20s as you go toward the west. The radar is empty. We'll get on through these shots because there's nothing to see here yet. The big picture shows more of the same thing. Now, a winter storm warning is in effect for all of central Georgia here. So we're talking about the pink shaded area. Normally this is up top, because most of this is usually a North Georgia event, and we have the purple shaded winter weather advisory just kind of hanging at the bottom as maybe you get a flurry. It's flip-flop now. It's the other way around. So oddly enough, the farther south you go, the better chance you have of seeing snow. Here's one model. This is the graph model, the one you see most often on our air here. This shows an arrival time of maybe around 2 tomorrow afternoon. This model shows all snow colors. You don't see the pink sleet, freezing, rain mix. You don't see green for rain. So this one shows it coming in as snow, staying as snow, 3, 4 in the afternoon. We'll see where some of these darker bands set up. Again, we don't know exact totals, but we have an estimate. We'll show you that in a second. 5, 6 o'clock, getting into 6 to 7 tomorrow night. Maybe starting to kind of feather out from the north and west once we get into around 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll see if that's the way it plays out. And then we get into the 9, 10 o'clock. It's more southeastern counties, 10 to midnight, and then going away. That's one model. Let's take a look at, this is going to be the NAM model, North American model. This one was right on that last system we had to come through. It was showing all North Georgia for the most part, and that's pretty much what it was. This shows maybe a few flurries in the morning. Then as we get into the day, we're looking at mid-30s tomorrow, but if we're up above freezing, this may be a little light rain sleet mix there for a little bit during the day. And then once we get into the later part of the day on the timeline, we start to cool down, and now we're switching over to snow. So this one also showing a pretty good bit of it here as we go 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 to 9 o'clock, still possible. 11 o'clock to midnight tomorrow night. This one goes farther with the snow than the last one did. There's 3 or 4 in the morning, and then eventually starting to slide toward the east as we get into early morning. High-res model, this one shows a few flurries around mid-morning and lunchtime. I'm waiting for the next one to come in, and it shows maybe a little bit of a rain shower during the day when we're above freezing. And then as we get into the afternoon, trying to switch on over to snow as we go into tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. And then also, eventually, once we get into midnight and beyond, sliding farther toward the south and east. And just a quick look at the GFS, just to show you it's on board with this stuff coming on in. The European model is also showing the same kind of thing. So all the models are showing a snow event coming through here tomorrow. It's just a question of totals. Now, our David Guerrero put this together here, crunching numbers, trying to look at model data and all that. And we're going to go with a trace to maybe an inch of rain. I know this looks weird because the numbers get bigger south. In our northern counties, Macon area, on the low end of the scale, could be a ½ inch to maybe 2 inches in this band right through here. All this has got to do is slide a little farther north and these numbers change. This is just an estimate as of tonight, 1 inch to 2.5 maybe in some of our, we'll call it the 3/4 of the way down of central Georgia. How about that? And then our bottom counties, these are the ones that hardly ever see anything, have the potential for maybe seeing some of the higher snowfall totals. We'll see. Let's talk numbers. You'll see upper 20s here. I'm going to say as low as 20 in the morning. Tomorrow during the day, and this is key, 35, 36, somewhere in there. And again, we'll see sometimes that number will get dragged down in these events as we go through the day. It could already be at freezing by the time we get to 3 or 4 in the afternoon, which lines up with those models showing things switching on over to snow. Then we head into the overnight, obviously cold enough to support any of that, and then probably teens for Wednesday morning, still 30s for Wednesday afternoon, and then back really cold again as we go into Thursday. So here's the takeaway. Whatever does fall, we're expecting it to stick, whether it's snow, sleet, freezing rain, any of that. And that will cause some trouble for driving tomorrow night, overnight into Wednesday morning. And then we may get a little bit of a thaw Wednesday, but not much in the 30s, and then back to a refreeze again Wednesday night. So it gets interesting as we get into the middle of tomorrow.